Hello, everyone. Good to see you again. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes when everybody's gonna be connected. Okay, and yes, I'm working today. Obviously, that is just a normal working day for me. And this piece is also part of that bigger project. Some of you probably already know what the project I'm working on. It is Venetian style, like Venice, Italian style, end of 15th century, beginning of 16th century. So, and that is just a part of my bigger project. Danilo, hello, hello. Okay, again, good day to you, good morning to you, good evening to you. I don't know where you're watching from, okay? I would really appreciate if you can just let me know, okay? If you can let me know where you're watching from. Again, I'm gonna show you the piece I'm working on. That is part of the same project, like I mentioned just about a minute ago. But just in case if you missed that, okay? So if you're new here, my name is Alexander Grabovetskiy. I really appreciate that you connecting with me. That is a live stream. I'm connected on Facebook, on YouTube, on whatever different platforms and so on. But let me see who's connected. Richard, good to see you. Well, really, I don't see you, but anyway, good. Danilo, Paul from Tennessee, Ernie, good to see you, wonderful people. All right. And like I said, today, what I want to do, I want to just probably carve. And if you do have a question, I'll try to answer. Okay, I'll do my best. I'll try to be, as clear as possible. Please ask me questions related only to wood carving. Let me see who's asking something. Okay, Keith, my friend, good to see you. How do you keep your sharp so clean? I sweep up twice a day. I use. Okay, yes, absolutely. Well, first of all, I don't need to use air filters. Okay. As far as why and how I keep my shop clean, you remember when you took a class in Mark Adams, I always start my class with uh, workbench organization idea. Okay, I highly believe that you really have to keep your bench really clean. Okay, because we working with the dangerous tools, with the dangerous tools. Okay. Uh, and if you look at my bench, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to catch it right behind me. So that's the way I organize my tools in the drawers. And I know all the sweeps. I'm not sure if you can catch it or not. Let me know if you see that, by the way, uh, uh, on a camera. So I know all the tools, what tool I should grab, when I should reach the drawer, the right drawer, and so on. That is how I organize and keep all the dirt away, if you wish. As far as the air filters, I don't use any. I almost don't use any machines except I do have a band saw and I do have a scroll saw which you don't see. Maybe you can catch this baby. Maybe not. You don't see it, but yeah, you can probably see that from this position. It's right there. Okay, so that is the band saw. But I barely use that band saw in here in this shop. I do have absolutely, different setup in my garage. In garage, I do have heavy equipment, and I can't say that my garage is the same as clean. But let me give you logic why I do keep my shop clean. Okay, I'm gonna carve a little bit, and I'm gonna tell you. It's not because I'm a really neat person. I had to work on it. Okay, I had to actually, you know, train myself to be clean and so on, not to drop stuff all around. Especially, I had a problem before. If I do have surface, it's going to end up filled with all types of tools, all types of junk, and once in a while, I still get that stuff, but I try to be as clean as possible for the reason you're probably not going to even believe. Okay, maybe you will believe or not. um, it's connected to my beliefs. Okay, I believe obviously in a God Almighty, and I believe He's always with me in the shop, and I want to make sure that's good place for Him. I mean, it's a so simple logic. Okay, yes, I sound religious, but that's the way it is. Okay, let me see. Let me see what I missed. John, hello from North Carolina. Hello to you also. Bug Beans, hello from Arizona. Bernie, good to see you. Okay, let me see who else. Gander, good to see you. Nate, good to see you. Majid, hello, hello. Paul, Bug Beans. Trevor, good to see you. By the way, Trevor, I want to do a live stream with you, so I'm gonna connect with you soon. By the way, this person, Trevor, he was one of the best violin and bass, upright bass maker in the world, I would say. Okay, and let me see the question. Bug Beans is asking, is American basswood better or worse than European linden or English lime wood? Okay, excellent question. James, hello. Trevor, we'll do that for sure. David, good to see you. Good to see you, wonderful people. Okay, what I'm carving right now, it is obviously American basswood. Okay, but that question is a common question, and every time when I teach, and by the way, Trevor took a class just, I just came back from Texas, pretty much from Austin, Texas, and I was teaching, and the same question some people had there. What's the difference? Pretty much, you have to understand what is the difference between American basswood and linden. Let's say if it's in Germany, or limewood if it's in England. Honestly, it is the same wood. It's the same, pretty much the same wood. In Russia, we call it lipa. Okay, some other countries they call it tea tree, like because the flowers and so on, you can make a really nice tea, herbal tea. But the difference is the first difference, I would say, it all depends. Even in Europe, if you go to Holland, if you go to Netherlands, it is probably, in my opinion, the best, the cleanest basswood. What I'm talking about, when you buy lumber, sometimes you can see dark marks, okay, right inside of the wood. I'm not going to explain what that is and so on, but those dark marks are pretty much like a streaks inside of the wood. It depends where the tree grows. If it's close to water, if it's close to the region where there's a lot of raining seasons, you're gonna see a lot more those dark marks. Okay, in Holland, you don't see as many. Okay, you don't see as many those dark, streaks, like I said before. So it's pretty clean, I would say. Now, in United States, there's an Eastern version and Western version. If it comes from West, most likely it comes from Oregon or state of Washington. Okay, if it's East, it comes most likely from North Carolina or South Carolina. Well, some lumbers they sell also like a northern United States, like Wisconsin, Michigan, and so on. But in most lumber yards, they do harvesting in South Carolina or in Washington State. Guess where's a lot more rains? Obviously, in the state of Washington, it's all the time rainy season. pretty much rain almost all the time, especially Oregon in the forests and so on. You're gonna see a lot more those dark lines. Okay, as far as when you carve it, what is better to carve? I don't really see any difference. I don't really see any difference as long as your tool is really sharp. You can probably even hear. Can you hear that? When the tool is sharp, it produces beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sound. Hold on just a second. Let me show that to you. Not show, but listen. That is the sound of sharp tool. Okay. To put that together, in reality, it's all about the tools and how sharp they are. Linden from Europe, from Germany, lime wood from England, basswood from United States. Doesn't really matter if it's Eastern, Western, or Canadian. Doesn't really matter, or from Alaska. It's all about tools pretty much and how clean the grain is without any those dark marks. Okay, I hope it answers the question. Let me see what other questions we have. All right. New Zealand, John Conway, great to see you. I hope it's not Zealand, it's Zealand. And I don't know if it's a city in Michigan or country, okay? But good day to you. All right, what species would you prefer if you were to buy it? Okay, now, again, the question the same. It all depends how it looks. I like French one, okay? I like how it looks, the French lime wood. It's just a kind of a different feel to it. And I look for the color. I mean, if you look at my piece, you can see, I'm not sure if you can detect that. Let me know, please, in the comments. If you can see, it is not yellowing or yellowish color. It's more like pinkish almost, somewhat like a pink color. Okay, so that is what I'm using. Maybe this one is better. Can you see that kind of somewhat pinkish color? So that is what I like. And it cuts really nicely. It just really, really, really nice. I don't have a big preference. It used to be, I would say, before, obviously, it was probably a bias. You know, I like European lime wood better than American basswood, but in reality, like I said, it all depends on sharp tools. Okay, sharp or not sharp. So there's no preference. It all depends. By the way, if my client is in Europe, I'm gonna say it's a basswood. If my client is in the United States, I'm gonna say it's a lime wood. Not that I'm lying. I'm not. It's the same wood. Okay. When they asking me what wood I'm using, hey, linden wood. Okay, that sounds really interesting. Lindenwood, that's what I'm using. Okay, let me see. David from UK. Hello, Majid. Let me see what you're asking. Master, please talk about art and draw pattern. How we can make a nice and new pattern. That's this wonderful question. Look at my workbench. Okay, so the piece I'm working on, it's pretty much from this drawing. And if you look closely, this part right here, it is what I'm working on. Okay, so that is the part. Some parts, like this part, is already cut out because this piece is already done. And some of you saw that. You know, that piece is also done, and that is available on my school site, schoolofwoodcarving.com. But how do I draw? I mean, you can go as complicated as you wish, just to take a piece of paper and a pencil and try to see what the others did. Go on Pinterest, download one of the pictures, and try to not to trace it, but place it close by and try to replicate whatever they did. uh, I don't do that, but if you want to learn how to draw nicely, so you have to probably try to replicate the work what others done before. So I think it's probably one of the best advices. But although I should tell you that is actually excellent question. Maybe on my online school I'm gonna do different course, just how to draw. Okay, not just design. As far as design and my logic behind the design, it is already available. I mean, if you're a member of my school, you know there's multiple videos pretty much in one of the courses I was teaching in person in state of Maine, and I recorded that the whole thing, the logic when I developing design. So you have to be a member of my school to uh, to watch those videos. I'm not going to place it on YouTube because it's a lot. Okay, there's a lot of videos, multiple videos. You'll understand the logic, but maybe I have to probably just do a course of how to use a pencil and just mechanics, okay, technical approach to drawing. If you think it's a good idea, please comment. I really appreciate your feedback. Please comment if it's a good idea for me to just to create the course. Again, that is going to be only online for members of my school, okay? So it's not going to be on YouTube. There's a lot of videos already on YouTube, and I don't want to compete with anyone, so there's no reason. Okay, hope it answers. Okay, Majid, hope it answers. James is asking, can we buy your tools yet? Not yet. In the final stage, we still, like I said, couple more tools we are developing, and after those couple tools, it will be available. But this year, definitely, this year. So for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, I do have right now we're developing our own line, or my own line, I would say, of the tools, wood carving tools, which is more high end, I would say, than and again, I'm not going to compete with anybody about my tools and so on. So those tools for just probably for people who do understand the quality. Okay, so that is not going to be competition with any other brands. I don't want to do that. But this year, definitely, James, this year. Now, Buck Beans, David Esterly agrees with you completely about the wood from the Netherlands. Oh yeah, I know. When he was alive, I knew him, and yeah, I completely agree with that. The best of the best, it's wood from Holland. And the reason why, if you know a little bit about the history, you know how lime wood actually got in UK, or in England, I should say. It's actually just because of the Greenland gibbons. Okay, Greenland gibbons brought that idea, just to use lime wood, because before Greenland gibbons, only oak was carved. Okay, so that was the media what English, they call them carpenters. They're not carpenters, but wood carvers used just oak. But yes, from Holland it's probably the best, I would say. Krant Pipe, hello Alex from Iran, or Iran, whatever you say. Okay, David, what other kinds of wood do you like to use for carving, like cedar or cherry, for example? Excellent question. Excellent question. I really like that question. It's an excellent question. Okay, look at the basswood. That is a basswood. First of all, it is soft enough. I have absolutely no pressure. Take a look. I can just use my fingers and I'm still going to create my cut with no problem. Okay, it's soft enough. But the biggest advantage of basswood, you don't see a lot of grain. Okay, yeah, obviously you see some of it. You see some of the grain, but it's pretty clean. Okay, and if you're doing a lot of twists with your carving, if there's a grain, that grain will distract your eyes. I'll prove it to you. If I'm gonna just put a few lines, let's say if it's gonna be cedar, see, it's already distracting your eye from overall movements. So to answer your question, I don't like to use cedar, even if it's a good wood, beautiful. If you're gonna paint that or stain it dark or gold leaf it, but even for gold leaf, basswood much better. Okay. As far as cherry, I love cherry, but only for furniture. Yes, absolutely, I would carve cherry for furniture, but even for furniture, I would prefer probably to use walnut. Okay, walnut is one of my favorite woods to carve also. Soft enough, you don't see a lot of grain, it's a dark wood, and it looks, I think it looks really good. I mean, walnut, I would say. Okay. Hope it answers. Let me see. Денис Малахов, привет из Киева. Привет, привет. Majid, master, please. A little talk about patterns and learning to draw it. Yeah, I believe I just answered that. I just answered that about the drawings and so on. But yes, I will do a lesson on my online school. Not lesson, but the whole course probably on drawing. Just if you're a member of my school, just keep an eye, okay? Trend. Is it okay to use freshly cut basswood tree for carving? Does it crack as much? It will crack. Absolutely, it will. When you're using basswood, it is a good idea to use dried wood, and I really like to use really dry, like natural dryness, few years even. I have some pieces. I'm keeping like for 20 years. I still did not carve it. It's stabilizing itself. It doesn't have any more movements, and it's not gonna crack anymore. Obviously, fresh cut basswood is good for just spoons, okay, but not for the high-end work. So it has to be dry. It has to be really, really dry. Even if it's just a kiln dry, it's still it's gonna be good. But the natural dryness, air dryness, it's gonna be much better. So those fibers inside of the wood, they're gonna be stabilized. All right, let me see. Richard, Grand. Oh, you actually just answering not to me. Raw wood can cause problems, including rusting your tools. Yep, that's true. Yeah, but I mean it's not a big problem. You can oil it and so on. Nate, sounds like a great idea. Anything you would produce in regards to drawing and design for wood carving would be great. I'm sure. Yes. Oh, absolutely. Trevor, how much tooling do you like to leave? What, Trevor, what do you mean? Are you talking about tool marks? Are you talking about I guess it's about the tool marks. Let me know if it's about the tool marks or not. Okay, I'm waiting on you, Trevor. About the tool marks from the gouge? Or are you talking about something else? I guess it's probably about the tool marks. It depends on the project. Okay, first of all, I like to make it clean and take those facets out as much as possible, but not by sanding, but just shaving it. I don't really want to see as many facets, but again, when the tool is sharp, it does not leave as many tool marks. Okay, let me see who else. I have been offered recently cut large lime board with 2 inches thick. Well, what time you're talking about? How long it should dry? It all depends. If it's a kiln dry, so you can carve it right away. But if it's not kiln dry, so then I would at least couple years, at least. Then you're gonna be able to carve. But I don't know what climate you live in. If you do have a winter times, if the temperature goes below zero, you can leave it outside, and that below zero, like a freezing, gonna push all the water out of that wood. The next summer you should be able to carve it. But you can cook. If it's a small piece, you can use your oven, okay, and dry that piece out. Just a kitchen oven. Just if it's not that big, just place it in the kitchen oven and put some temperature and bake it. Not as much. Okay, if you're gonna over bake it, it's gonna be it's gonna crumple on you. Okay, so it's gonna be too dry. Kevin, hello, good to see you. Algeria, salam alaikum. Okay. Rhonda, the post with all the links to obtain sharpening tools, jigs, abrasive discs. Behind you, video how. Oh yes. How? Okay. Yes, Rhonda. Are you a member of my school or not? I do have everything, all the lessons on sharpening and jigs I'm using, and also where I'm buying it in my school, schoolofwoodcarving.com. Okay, so it's there. Okay, so just check this out if you're a member of my school. If you're not a member of my school, I do have a link below the video to my Amazon, amazon.com/shop/woodcarver Grabovetskiy, and you can check all the tools I'm using. Those links gonna take you there. Okay. What do you use to sharpen your tools? Arkansas stones, waterstone, diamond stone? No, I don't. I do, but I don't. Okay. I use. Look behind me. I'll give you a better picture. So I use machines because I'm a production carver, and for me, I can't just spend too much time on sharpening. I used to use just the stones, but if you want to know how I sharpen, also check my school, schoolofwoodcarving.com. I teach my method, and some of you guys actually here who took my lesson in person, and you know my approach. I can sharpen my tool in 2 minutes without sacrificing anything from the tool. 2 minutes versus like couple hours if I would use just a stone. I think it's just like sharpening on steroids without sacrificing. Okay, so and my tools are really sharp. They are really sharp. Again, for those guys, take a look. Absolutely no pressure, and it's already cuts. I can shave with my tool. Okay. See that? I shouldn't do that, but you know, my wife not gonna like that idea. But the tools are really sharp. Buck beans on sharpening. How does Koch machine bypass polishing inner bevel? Koch machine is actually excellent for that. Okay. Again, take a look right here. So that is. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see. Yeah, let me get my coffee out. That is the Koch machine I use, but this is the older version of Koch machine. For the inner bevel, oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, it's really nice. But if I would buy just one machine, I would buy probably just the Work Sharp. I'm not sure if you're gonna catch that or not. It's right here. The Work Sharp is better because you can pretty much do the same thing on the inner bevel, the same thing. And besides, maybe someday I'm gonna show you. You don't see that, but I have extension all the way up for the inner bevels. All right, let me see what else. I hope it answers your question. By the way, I said I'm gonna carve, but I don't carve because I'm answering the questions. Oh, I probably should tell you this Friday, hopefully this Friday, I'm gonna have a live stream and I'm gonna have a guest. I think it's a good idea once in a while to invite guests. And then this time I'm gonna invite owner and a founder of Austin School of Furniture. I was teaching a class. I just came back. Watch that previous video I posted about the class. You're gonna like it on YouTube, not on Facebook. Those who watching me on uh, Facebook, you're not gonna be able to see that on Facebook. So just go on YouTube on my channel and watch it, which is YouTube/Grabovetskiy, just my last name. Okay, so I'm gonna do interview with him and he's gonna show you around the school and so on. Next week I'm gonna do interview with one of the best woodworkers, furniture makers, and his furniture inside of the White House. Okay, so he's really high level, Frank Straza. So we're gonna do that interview next week. Just keep an eye those live streams. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. Okay, so and later on we're gonna do someday I'm gonna do with William Brown. He's also like an 18th century reproduction furniture maker, one of the best. Okay, one of the best, and I can't even say enough good words about those guys. You know, really good ones. Now, if you hear Trevor, we're gonna do a live stream with you. Trevor is one of the best in instrument makers, like violin makers and upright bass, or cello makers. He's one of the best. So we're gonna do a live stream right here. Now, if some of you would like to hook with me on a live stream and do interview with me live, so let me know and we can set this up. Doesn't matter where you at. So I can hook you up if you have a phone. I'm talking about smartphone like iPhone or Android. I can hook you up. Okay. So Keith, Alex, please show the folks watching how cutting cross grain of hardwood leaves a shiny, clean cut. Then they will know it is really, really sharp. Yeah, unfortunately. Well, hold on. Let me actually do that. Okay, I'll try to um, uh, get my camera closer, and you'll see that how shiny that is. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Give me just a second, please. Is that close enough? All right, see, that is the cross grain, okay? The grain runs this direction, okay? I'm not making this up. That is the grain run, okay? Take a look how shiny that surface is gonna be after just one cut. Cross grain. Can you catch that shyness? Not sure, maybe just let me try to use lighting so you can just get that idea. Can you see how clean that cut is? It's really shiny. You can't get it with any sandpaper. And that's across the grain, by the way. See how shiny that is? hope you can catch that. That is when the tool is sharp. That's how you know. Now, wonderful people, let me tell you my calendar because I'm getting emails and I want to let you know. Like I said, I just came back from Texas, from Austin. Beautiful city. I love the culture. Watch that video I posted last week about in-person class. Watch it. We had fun. We had a really wonderful time in Austin. Uh, but now, also, I mean, check the classes what they do have this year. Let me check. Where's the email? Here's the Austin. Okay, so it's Austin School of Furniture. Just check those guys. So the schedule and so on. They're gonna have another also person who's gonna teach. I don't know who's gonna be, but they're gonna also teach another classes on wood carving. A great school. So it's not big, but it's a great school. Like I said on Friday, this Friday, we're gonna talk about his school. So that is Austin. I also gonna be. In Mark Adams really soon. I'm pretty sure the 1 week class is sold out. I'm not sure about the weekend. You have to check. But if you want to get with me, so really act fast because those classes are filling quickly. markadams.com. I'm gonna be multiple times in Mark Adams, but I also gonna be a couple times in a main cost workshop.com, William Brown's shop. People, I think twice, but there's only couple spots left. Okay, only 2 spots left. Communicate with those people now if you want to get with me in a class. I mean, we always working on different projects. Always different projects. Always people happy. Okay, so let me show that one more time. Only couple spots left. All right. I mean, literally, maybe not even anymore. I don't know. I also gonna be in Tampa, in Florida. All right, Tampa, Florida, School of Woodwork in fall, in October. Okay, so also reserve your spot. It's not that easy to navigate on a site. Yeah, I mean, really, it's just while it was showing the website, it just reminded you to subscribe and like it. But please do, okay? But anyway, so it's not that obvious on the website to find that class, but you really have to act now, okay? Thank you very much, wonderful people. I think it's enough for today. I gotta do work. I have to do this piece. I'm gonna connect with you some other time. Keep an eye, like I said, the live streams with interviews. It would be really nice live streams. I mean, who knows how it's gonna be, but I hope it's gonna be nice. Okay, and they don't have an accent like I do, so it's gonna be better for you. Have a wonderful day, people. Thank you very much for connecting with me. Blessings to you. Richard, go back to work. I know you were carving a acanthus leaf. Just finish that acanthus leaf. I want to see how it's gonna turn. Steve, thank you very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, people. Again, check my school site if you're not a member of my school, okay? schoolofwoodcarving.com. All right. Oh, Delilah, I didn't see you here, but Delilah, thank you very much. All right, Dennis, have a wonderful day. Okay, people, I'll see you. Okay, put smiles on your face. And like I said, I gotta do my work.